Hello, welcome to Traders Talk. All right, I hope everybody's okay and very good evening to you and good to see you guys again this week on Traders Talk. Yeah, and today we have a great topic, which is ditching your paycheck, replacing your monthly income. Your monthly paycheck is not that complicated. So this is something which we'll cover today. Basically, it is just to show you something which is a reality nowadays about getting a paycheck, and how you can actually ditch it if you choose to, lah. Yeah, if you choose to, yeah. Uh, Okay, if you are the first time coming on this show, yes, is a show where you will learn about financial literacy, which we train a lot of people or teach a lot of people on financial literacy on top of trading. On top of trading, of course, if you are a trader, and if you aspire to actually learn trading, to up your skills in trading, then of course this is a show for you to also see. And all the past traders talk are also contained in our Facebook page. In our Facebook page, you can also refer to it if you are interested on any of the topics which we have covered in the past few months. I think past 4 or 5 months, 4 or 5 months. Yeah. So that's something great. And of course, if you know anybody who is also keen to trade to generate income, then of course it will be great if you can actually share this to them, so that they can also benefit from this trader stock of ours. Yeah. And we'll cover a few things today. Of course, the first thing which we'll cover is the markets as usual. And once we actually finish the market, then we will actually go into a bit today on financial literacy, which is basically the topic of today, teaching your paychecks. Yeah? And let me share with you my screen. And if you guys have been monitoring the markets yesterday, it is very bullish. It's very bullish. Yeah. Let me share my screen. Okay. Yep. So let me get this out. Okay, so this is actually the S&P 500, right? S&P 500. If you have followed the show in the last week, we saw a dip. We saw actually a dip. This is actually a weekly. Let's change it to daily. Okay, we saw a dip here, which was actually started since somewhere in 1st of September. The actual market actually went down, went up, went down, went up, went down, and now once again it has actually reached all-time high again last Friday. It has breached the previous high here, and as of yesterday again it reached a new high of 4572. And let's look at what's happening in the futures market right now. Right, futures, S&P futures is up about 20 points. And of course, I think a lot of people has actually been waiting for this, for the market to actually rebounds. And this is actually quite healthy. And of course, if it can continue to go up, right, I would say the new highs would actually be reached lah. Yeah, and this is actually the last week for trading. And of course, a lot of people were scared of the October month, because historically they said that it's actually a bad month. But so far, up till now, it has been quite okay. So you have just another 4 trading days to see whether it's going to be a bad month or it's going to be a relief for a lot of people. Yeah. So all-time high. And of course, earnings season has also started almost about 2 weeks plus. And so far, the earnings which I actually saw was a bit mixed. Of course, a lot of companies were reporting better than estimates, but their price tank. Their prices tank. Yeah. The last big one, was actually Snap, which actually dropped by almost 25 or 27% single day, more than about 20 over dollars. Up till yesterday, it was actually still dropping. Yeah. And that was actually one very bad one. Very bad one. Yeah. And of course, if you have long Snap, that would be quite a very terrible position. Of course, if you have shorted Snap, then that would be a very profitable trade. Yeah. I mean, companies like what is that? This that was Snap, right? Let's see, Snap, right? So this was Snap. You can see that they have actually a very gap down, and it is now at 54 from about 75. Yeah, so almost about $20. Let's actually drop. Yeah. So the other bigger one, which actually moved quite a lot, is actually like Intel, right? Intel has also gapped down in their earnings. In their earnings, you can see that it has actually dropped about $6 over. $6 over. Yeah. And besides that, the IBM was also quite bad. These are all the bad ones. I have yet to see any very good ones. Yeah. Only the banks, when it actually first started the earnings season, the banks did quite well. But after that, all the bigger ones, I see that is actually doing quite well. IBM also dropped down by a lot. You see, IBM. Yeah. And of course, I mean, since it has actually dropped down a lot, then of course, there may also be some opportunities. I would say opportunities. If you do not mind holding it for a longer period, yeah, like stocks like IBM, we have also put in some long positions after it has gapped down here. Yeah. And if you look at the here is about 118. This is actually a level, yeah, where let's see, yeah, you see this is actually a one level which it has a kind of support at this level at 118. So if you are doing any trades, if you can actually do any trades below here, only options, I mean, if you are just buying straight on the stocks, right, then of course this would be the position which you need to be comfortable. And of course, for us, we won't be comfortable buying IBM when it can actually gap down by almost here about $12. Yeah. Of course, in terms of options, it is actually fine if we can even have a buffer here of another $10 buffer, close to 7 or 8% additional buffer. If we can do any trades at this level, then of course it may also give us some opportunities. Yeah. So these are some of the earnings. I mean, Nasdaq. If you look at the market, right, it has also shot up together with S&P, right, and it's still quite strong because for the past almost about 2 weeks, it has actually been running up. Yeah. And the next earnings, which is actually coming on, is Facebook, which is actually expected to be released today. Facebook. And of course, there have been quite a lot of pessimism in Facebook, mainly because it relates to Snap, right? Snap actually reported lower earnings, citing some of the changes which has been made in the iOS 14 Apple software, which has caused some reduction in the advertising revenues. Yeah, of course, Facebook is also a company which is not heavily, majority mainly related to ad revenue, right? Then of course, the market is expecting that similar things is going to happen to Facebook. I mean, in the earlier months, they have already said that that change has affected a bit of their revenue. Of course, in today's earnings, I don't know if it is out. It should be actually out before market, is it? Maybe in an hour's time. Yeah. But the pre-market, you can actually see that it is actually going up. Yeah, it's actually going up. So of course, when the market expect it to go down, it will go up. Yeah, you can see the pre-market is actually already running at 334. The closing price yesterday was 328. So pre-market is already up almost about $10-11. No, not 10, $6. $6, yeah. $6 pre-market. Yeah. So for those who have shorted Apple, good luck. Sorry, shorted Facebook. Good luck to you guys. I have not short Facebook, because Facebook yesterday itself, right? It has also already gone up, is it? Facebook. In the earlier trading hours, it was actually going down, but it actually went up about $4 on close. Yeah. So today is actually a go pre-market another $6. And of course, you can see that it has actually hit this very strong support at 200 EMA. Yeah. If you look at Facebook, right, you can see 200 EMA, 200 EMA, 200 EMA. This is again a 200, testing the 200 EMA, which was a very strong support level. Yeah. So of course, because of this, I don't dare to short Facebook like that. Okay. And of course, so far it has actually gone down about 15%. If you look to this level, right, it's about 15% down. Yeah, not a lot. I mean, not a lot for considering it's a $384 stocks, but it is still significant, about $56. $56. Yeah. So that's Facebook. And then, of course, on the China side, right? If you look at the major stocks, we can see that most of it is actually retracing. Let's put Baba, right? Most of it has actually retraced. Let me get this out. This was the previous, the drop. The drop. Let me take this out. Okay, another one. Okay, so if you look at Baba, right, it has actually went all the way from 138 all the way up to about 181. And of course, once it actually reached this, this is actually a 50, no, 100 EMA. 100 EMA, it has actually hit a resistance. You can see that there is actually a resistance here. Let me just put this. You can see that there was a resistance at this level, and again it is actually testing a resistance that the past 2 days it has actually came down a bit. Yeah, and of course pre-market today, I think Baba is also down. Let me check. Baba pre-market down by $1. Yeah, so this is going to be a strong resistance that Baba have to shoot up. I mean, break this resistance in order to go and test another resistance. So it's not all clear skies for Baba, guys. It's not. If you have actually long Baba, it needs to take a bit more time. Yeah, and of course, if you look at the other ones, right? Let's say Tencent, right? It's again the same situation. Yeah, Tencent is again same situation, where it hit the 100 EMA, and it actually gets tested here. Same other things like JD. JD, you can see JD is actually past all the levels, but you can see on JD here, right? It has actually passed the previous high here, and of course, it came down in the past 2-3 days. Yeah, yesterday it was actually up about $1. Yeah, uh, but again, these are the levels which it might not be so easy for it to actually go up lah. But JD is lower price. That lower price stocks, it's still uh, okay. I mean, if you are actually trading on this JD, right, on options lah, we have since taken positions since somewhere around, I think here, yeah, early October. We actually are riding this thing up. Yeah, so it's okay because the price is cheaper. And what other stocks yeah, C again, you see C, right? It went topish here. Yeah, it went topish here, and it could not continue, and it dropped down. Yeah, yeah. See, most of the Chinese stocks are this way lah. That's why for us, right, we are not really entering new trades into the individual stocks, but we are always keeping an eye for this ETF. We are actually keeping an eye on this ETF, which is actually KWEB lah. If you talk about exposure in terms of China tech, right, KWEB would actually have all of it, most of it. Meituan, Alibaba, Tencent, NetEase, JD.com, including JD Healthcare, is all the big ones. And I think all of this would comprise almost 50% of the big tech companies in China. And of course, the highest it went was actually about 108, and currently it has actually gone up to about 52, 53, and today is actually, let me see, KWEB. Yesterday it went down by 17 cents, right? Today KWEB is actually continuing to go down to another 48 cents down pre-market lah. Yeah, so this will be an opportunity, of course, if it continue to drop down further, right? Because all the other big techs are hitting resistance, right? So the same as KWEB is also going to hit resistance to actually come down, and the level which we are always looking at, 50 would be a safe level. 50 is somewhere here. Let's put 50. Yeah, 50 is somewhere here. Yeah, 50 is actually somewhere here. If it actually drops back to the 50 EMA lah, 50 EMA, then of course it would be a safe level for trades lah. And of course, if you are doing options, right, you can also place spreads, like spreads, or even short puts. You can even place it at 49. Below 50 would be safe levels lah. Yeah, because the lowest it actually went was about 43. It was actually moving sideways for about 2 weeks here, at the 46 level. Yeah, so this is KWEB. So it's cheaper entry, not a direct exposure to any one stocks in China. So it would be a safer bet lah, if you're looking at entering or profiting from the huge decline in the China tech sector. So KWEB would be something which you can actually check it out. Yeah. So those market. What else? Apple is actually doing their earnings in 28. Okay, Apple. Yeah. So this is actually Apple, and it is also coming down a bit. But I would say compared to all the other FANG stocks, Apple has been quite resilient. Apple has been quite resilient. You can see that in the past week, is actually past 2 weeks, when the Nasdaq was actually going up, right? It went all the way up from 141 to 149. And of course, during the days when Nasdaq was coming down, right, it was also not moving much as compared to the other stocks, yeah, like Amazon and all. You can see that on a bad day, it drops almost about $100. Of course, Amazon is a very high price stocks, but $100 change would be something quite significant single day for Amazon. So 148 and earnings coming on in 2 more days, on Thursday, 2 more days. And of course, the only risk, of course, the market has on Apple is, of course, the problems with the chip shortages, which may result in lower earnings in the future months. Yeah. Apart from that, I would say Apple is still okay to trade after earnings, but probably not to invest at the moment, not to invest at the moment, because the price is quite high, I would say, at least for me, yeah. If it goes down to a level of this level, about 130 or even better 120, right? But no, I think 120 is good, I would buy, yeah. But of course, if it goes down to 130, then you may also see it would also be a buy, yeah. But 120 is my personal target, which it won't budge, won't budge. The other thing is, of course, the Apple trades, which we have actually done in our challenge. If you know that in end of September, we have actually launched iPhone 13 challenge, where we actually did a challenge to trade on Apple shares. We have so far actually entered 3 trades. Trade one, we have actually exited the trade. It was actually profitable, almost about 50% our target. 50% our target. And trade two is also very profitable, and it is almost about 70 to 80% of our profit target. Yeah. Trade two, which we have not exited, we will exit probably today or tomorrow. Probably today, I mean, if today Apple goes up, right, we will definitely exit it, probably at about 75 to 80% of our profit target. And trade three is also very profitable. Let me see. Let's see. Trade three. No. This is the iPhone challenge. Let me see. I can't reach that page. We posted it on Facebook. Let me see. That's me there. Yeah, we posted it on Facebook. Trade three is actually about 67% profit as at last Friday, yeah. Trade two was about 84% profit target. Trade one was about 43%, which we exited fully yesterday. Exited fully. So these 2 trades are doing great. And of course, just because of earnings, right, we are going to exceed it. Otherwise, I would say trade two would probably reach 100% target on the expiry, and trade three would also reach 100% target on expiry, mainly because the trade three, which we had the strike, the cap on the bull call which we did was about 144. So 144 current Apple has already breached that by another $4. But because of earnings, we will just don't be so greedy, right? So we will just exit the trade. So that is the iPhone 13 challenge. If you have not registered, right, you can still go on and register the trades here, right? You can go on and register the trade here to see what trades which we did, to actually also learn how to actually execute those trades. The first trade which we did was actually a Jade Lizard, which is a neutral to bullish strategy. The second trade which we did was a bull put spread, which is a bullish strategy. And the third trade which we did was actually a double bullish strategy, which is actually comprising two strategies: a bull call spread, financed by partly by a bull put spread. Yeah, so we are actually making the debit trades cheaper to trade almost by 50% in our particular trade, which we finance it by 50% lah. So of course, those people who are not first time hearing this lah, you can also finance your trade. Yeah, finance your trade using options. You can actually also enter free trades. That means you don't need to actually pay for your trades by actually using options. Yeah. So Sharon, Amazon, you buy Amazon? Yeah. So great to see you, Sharon. Yeah. So again, of course, these are great strategies. You can actually learn from the iPhone 13 challenge site here. You can actually learn all those strategies for free. Yeah. So people pay thousands of dollars to actually learn this type of strategy. And of course, for us, we on and off we give a bit of free training. Free training. Yeah. And at the same time, you can make money. You see, if you join this challenge, you can actually make money. We won't do any trade until after Thursday. We will see how the price is. We may enter a trade on Thursday after earnings, or on the same day of earnings. If it is before market or after market, I'm not sure, but we will do a trade probably after earnings. So if you want to actually know what trade which we do and learn how to actually trade it, I strongly suggest you to actually register before that, because once you register, if we execute any trades, we will shoot out an email to inform you of the trade, and of course at the same time we will also teach you how to do the trade. Yeah, and also explain a bit more on the strategy which we use and the reasons behind executing that trade. Yeah. So far, the profits for the three trades since up till 22nd October is about $260, 260 US dollar, 260 US dollar. The minimum target which we actually want to achieve by end of December is about $700. And why this $700 is because the lowest price iPhone 13 is $700, which is the iPhone mini. Yeah. So of course, the objective for this challenge is to generate the returns from Apple trading Apple shares in order for you to upgrade your phone to an iPhone 13. Yeah. So that is the objective of the challenge. And of course, we are almost about 30% our achievement just shortly after about 3 weeks. Yeah. So we have 2 more months to go, and of course by that time we should be reaching at least iPhone mini. And for those people who want to upgrade to a more expensive premium model, then you probably need to stay on all the trades up till December. Yeah, so that is our challenge. Okay, so let's go back to our topic. Let's change this. So for those who have actually done the iPhone 13 challenge and entered and executed trades, right, you can also post your results on the Facebook page so that we know that you are also benefiting from the trades which we execute. Okay, so this is actually our topic this week, ditching your paycheck. Okay, do you guys know what is paycheck, right? I think I hope you guys are still getting paid because a lot of people are not getting paid, you see, yeah, or don't have a job or lose a job or the company is owing them some money. Okay, this we have gone through. Okay, of course, the first thing, I don't know if you have seen our newsletter. For those who have subscribed to our newsletter, premium newsletter, and also the students, right, who is actually getting this on a weekly basis, we covered this topic about what is money's worth, lah. And you can see, I'm sure all of you know this show. Who don't know this show? It's the hottest show on Netflix, and Netflix has reached its all-time high, right? It's also because of this show. Yeah, it's actually the Squid Game, and there's actually a new character which emerged in the show, and this one is actually a player number 457. And if you look at this player number 457, right, it looks quite like me, right? Yeah, it looks quite like me, right? Who says it looks like me? Player 457. This is the new player who emerged in Squid Game. Okay, it's actually me lah, yeah. So we actually covered what's money worth, and of course, the thing is also relevant to our topic today, ditching your paycheck. And of course, most of us are actually working for certain reasons, and I would say everybody is actually work to make a living, yeah. And that is actually very important because what you get from your paycheck is going to cover all your current expenses and the expenses you need to actually spend for your family, or even saving for your retirement. So this is actually the thing which we are doing right now. And of course, this is a traditional way of getting paid. Traditional way of getting paid. And I'm not sure if any of you are aware that in today's world, right, um, a lot of people are actually not getting paid or not reliant on a paycheck anymore. Okay, and a lot of them are actually replacing their monthly paycheck with other forms of income, other form of income. And if you do not know, or probably you know lah, but probably you do not know how to get it. And you can actually see that the trend nowadays is that uh, younger people especially are the ones who do not rely on paychecks anymore. Younger people, teenagers, or people in their 20s or 30s, a lot of them have already moved away and thrown away the traditional paycheck because things have actually changed so much in today's world that they don't need to actually rely on a 9 to 5 job, and they can actually make similar money or even more, and with less time, because of technological advances is one of the reason. The other thing is also because of abundance of opportunities nowadays. And these are the opportunities like things like YouTube. Okay, of course, YouTube, you know that one of the youngest people who is making over, I don't know, 20 or 30 million a year is just less than 12. Yeah, they are actually making this kind of money. And of course, it is real. And it is also achievable for ordinary people like you and me. You can actually do it, but of course, you need to learn how to do it the proper way. Yeah. So YouTube is actually one way where people are ditching their the reasons why people are ditching their paycheck. Yeah, because they have another better form of way to actually generate income, and in a more fun way. Of course, if you look at the YouTubers, right? I mean, basically what they do every day, like me, just talk on the Facebook or YouTube in this case, lah. Yeah, they just give content. They just give content. Of course, this content need to be interesting content and content that will actually help people, and this is a great way again for you to disseminate information and what you know, and also to help people. Like for example, our traders talk here, right? I mean, for me, I do not actually get paid. I do not get paid, but of course, the content which you actually build over time, talking to you, right? It will be an asset for us in the future, because we can actually recycle the shows which we do every day or every week, right? To become content, and this content we can actually put it on YouTube, and of course, uh, the YouTube, you find a way to actually make things interesting, and along the way, people actually view this, and the more people view it, of course, YouTube will start to put advertisements and whatnot into or beside your content, before or after your content, and then they start to actually pay you. Yeah. So this is one way where people can actually generate income and ditch their paycheck using YouTube. And of course, the other way is playing games. Yeah, playing games. And I remember when I was actually very young, right? I used to play video games, and in fact, during my primary school itself, we often go to arcades. You know, arcades. Do you recall? Do you still remember arcades? The video arcades are the real video arcades where you actually have these games lah. Games like Raiden, Akari, even Tetris, and then Street Fighter. These were the games back in the past where we actually put 20 cents into the arcade and we actually play, right? And then of course, if my mother know that I go to the arcade, right? Because it's illegal to go to the arcade. You need to be 18 years old in order to enter the video arcade. And of course, all of us are actually underage, and we cannot go there. And if our parents know that we go to the arcade, they will cane us. I still recall one time, I think I was with my brother in the arcade, in near our house. We went to this arcade, and while we were playing, right, the police came. The police came with the truck, right, and they wanted to actually haul everybody to the police station. All the underage people, lah. Yeah. So we were some of the underage people, and I think we were very scared lah, that we will end up in the police station, and our parents need to actually pick us up. But of course, I think they probably settled with the arcade operator, and all of us quickly ran home. Yeah. So again, games, in the past, people actually don't like children to actually play games. But in today's world, again, of course, with e-sport and all these kind of things, it has already also become a profession. And when it become a profession, people are actually playing games to actually generate income. And again, these kind of things, they are ditching their traditional paycheck by playing games, having fun. Besides that, of course, they are also streaming games on YouTube to generate income. My kids always watch all these YouTubers uh, streaming online, playing Genshin and playing Roblox. Now no more Roblox lah. Roblox they don't see lah. Now they only see this thing called Genshin. Yeah, and yeah, that's another source of income. And of course, the next one is blogger, and you can actually write blog on things online and all these kind of things, and at the end of the day you actually get paid, also mainly through advertisement which is posted on your website, or if you are actually blogging for some brands or maybe some restaurants if you are a food blogger and all. These people will actually start to pay you, pay you as some form of fees for you to actually write nice thing about them. Of course, they need to be nice first, otherwise you won't become a popular blogger, where people will say that you're just writing on this yucky food just because they are paying you some kind of fees. So blogging is actually another thing. Of course, this is actually good for uh, people who like to write. I mean, this is mainly based on interest. If you have interest in something, then of course this can also be a form of your career, writing on something which you like, and at the end of the day, ditch the paycheck again. And for myself also, I write a newsletter every week, and of course, this newsletter which I write on trading also came out of passion on trading the stock market. So this is something which we are doing, and of course, this kind of newsletter can also be sold in the market. I mean, mine is actually also on subscription basis, and of course, for those who are keen to read the newsletter, then they have to actually subscribe to it. And of course, the next one, which is very common, is to actually trade or sell things on the internet. This can be e-commerce, this can be drop shipping, which has been quite easy nowadays. You can set up a shop in 10 minutes, 15 minutes. You can actually just register for a Shopify account, and then you can actually just customize whatever things you actually want to sell. Try to sell it for 14 days free. You don't need to even pay Shopify 14 days. And if you can actually generate any income selling whatever you want to sell, then you can actually continue to do the business. Otherwise, you say, okay, this product won't sell. Go and find another product to sell. So again, this has been quite easy for people to actually start up at a very low cost. Again, opportunity to ditch the paycheck. And of course, the other thing is trading. The thing which I do personally, to actually trade for additional income. And of course, with the changes in the technology, with changes in the way people actually access the markets, right? And also the low cost of entry and the low cost of trades, it has actually made this one of the most sought after uh, so-called income that a lot of people actually do. I mean, they don't even need to ditch their paycheck in order to actually generate income through trading. They can continue to get a paycheck every month, and of course, whatever they generate out of the trading or investing is actually something additional to them. And of course, if they are consistent enough, in they actually do it long enough, right? They can always decide to actually uh, ditch the paycheck again to trade on a part-time basis. Because you never trade full-time, you see. because because if you work full-time, right, you need to work 9 to 5, right, which is 8 hours. And I do not know any traders who actually trade for 8 hours a day. The maximum they trade, right, is probably 1 hour a day. That is the maximum that they will actually use to trade on a part-time basis, generating a full-time income. So that is actually traders. And the other one is, of course, the thing which is very hot nowadays, which is, of course, the things like cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin. And this is also one form of trading or even investment if you actually put it as an investment. And I would say this is actually something which is not new, but of course, there are actually still many opportunities. Like, of course, if you're talking about, say, this week, Bitcoin has again reached an all-time high. Today, it probably traded at 62,000. Last week, probably it went to 67,000. And about 3 months ago, July, August, September, October. About 3 months ago, it was only trading at 30,000. and today is actually double in price in only a short span of 3 months. And of course, the volatility is actually quite high. It can actually go down from 60,000 to 30,000, and then another 3 months it go back up to 60,000. Yeah. So this is actually another form of things where more and more people actually get involved, especially kids lah. The other day I was actually having a conversation with one of my friends, right, and he was saying that there is one of his children's son, right, he's having a crypto account, right, with about 200 or 300,000 US dollar inside. And this is like a 15-year-old kid, you see. What were we doing when we were 15-year-old? We were going to the illegal arcades, playing arcade lah, spending our parents' money. And today you see that 15-year-old kids have $200,000 or $300,000 account or investing in cryptocurrencies. Yeah. So things have really changed from the past 20 or 30 years. Things that were not possible for us is already possible for our children. Yeah. So again, some of these kind of things, right? Of course, uh, most of my children would be exposed to all these things actually. Of course, whether they want to take this in the future is entirely dependent on them lah. Of course, I wish my daughters have $200,000 or $300,000 in cryptocurrency lah. Okay, yeah. So of course, this is possible, and these are some of the things where you can actually do to actually ditch your paycheck. And I cannot advise you on all some of these lah, but of course the thing which I'm actually more familiar with is on trading, which I can actually give you a bit of perspective in terms of trading. Yeah. So like I said here, the fundamental way people generate income has changed, really changed. And if you are not riding on this, right, it should be it is actually a good time for you to actually look at any one of this, yeah. And again, the paycheck is obsolete. Yeah, you don't need to actually wait 31st of every day, every month to get your paycheck. It's actually already obsolete. Yeah. And for me, as I said, I can only give some perspective in terms of the trading side of it, and this is actually the trading business. And I would say trading business is actually not very complicated lah, to actually set up lah. And in fact, it is actually like learning ABC. And what I call this ABC, right, is actually what is action, belief, and commitment. And this is actually something which you have the ABCs, you would be able to actually set up a very successful trading business that it can eventually help you ditch your paycheck. And what is action? The action is actually very simple. You need to actually have an action to just set up a broker account. Because to trade you need to have a broker account. Many people want to learn or want to get into trading, but they never set up a broker account. They just want to, but they never take action. And for those few people who actually take action and set up a broker account, right, those are the people who will be eventually are the ones who is going to be very successful, and are the ones who will start to actually generate income through trading, because they have already account, a vehicle for them to capitalize on whatever opportunities come. Then the other thing is, of course, to actually take action to learn, because nobody comes into trading, right, knowing everything. Just like, for example, myself, right, when I first started trading 3 or 4 years ago, right, I started from zero, nothing. I don't know anything, nothing lah. Look at the chart also, I don't know how to do lah. In university, I studied before lah, all this chart and candlestick and all this. But of course, being in university, you are only studying it to pass the exam, not really to actually go deep into it, and to actually learn how to trade for an income lah. I went to university to get an accounting degree ma. That's why I ended up to being an accountant. I didn't go to university to become a stock trader. See? Yeah, so that was the mentality of the past, that you go to university to actually get a degree, to get an occupation. Yeah, not really to study the things that can eventually benefit you more. Yeah, and of course trading is one, so you have to learn lah. No choice. You have to actually learn. But of course I would say it's not difficult for you to actually pick up trading. If you learn from experienced people, right, you can actually pick it up in weeks, if not months. But whatever it is, it beats working 9 to 5 for sure, because if you are good at it, you can trade 1 hour and replace the 9 to 5 job easily. Yeah, and of course, if you are good at it, of course you can also replace your income lah. That's no doubt about it lah. That's action. So take action. If you want to do it, no choice but to actually take action. And these are the two action, the first two key action which you actually need to do in order to benefit in the new economy, and in order for you to have the possibility to teach your paycheck. Okay, the second one is actually belief. A lot of people don't believe that they can actually make it in trading, or they can actually at least generate income or make profit in trading. Okay, because this is something foreign for most people who start to get involved. It's foreign because they start from nothing. But of course, without the belief, right, they will not have the action. They will not take the action. So belief is again one of the criteria which you actually need to have in my ABC. You need to have belief. And just to actually give you a perspective more about belief, right? You can actually see that this is one of our income portfolio. Income portfolio. And this is actually what we call a realized summary. Uh, realized summary. That means the profit you realize from the account. And this was actually from October 4th to 22nd, which is basically about 3 weeks. 3 weeks. And you can actually see in here that the realized profit is actually about 4,000 US dollar. 4,000 US dollar. How many of you guys would be happy that will be able to ditch your paycheck with 4,000 US dollar a month? How many of you guys? Yeah, I believe a lot of people can actually ditch their paycheck with income of 4,000. Even an income of 1,000, you can already ditch your paycheck, because nowadays for people who actually come out fresh from university, right? They would probably earn 1,000 US dollar minimum wage. Yeah, so 1,000 US dollar, and of course, if you actually trade with the right strategies, with the right way, generating 1,000 US dollar is actually not difficult lah. Not difficult lah. In fact, to actually make this 4,000, you don't even need to spend 1 hour a month. Yeah, to actually do this lah. Yeah, and it's a fact. That's why I say you have to have the belief, because without it, you won't get into it lah. You first have to have the belief to actually that this can actually happen. Yeah, and this is the unrealized portion which is another $2,000. Yeah, so all in all, for the 3 weeks, you can see that there's actually about $6,000 over dollars here, between realized and unrealized profit. And this is only one account. Yeah, one account. So this is actually the belief, and the last one is actually commitment. Okay, you will never be successful if you are not committed in anything. And just like this guy here, right, who is actually exercising, a lot of people want to lose weight. I also want to lose weight. But if you're not committed to exercise, right, how can you lose weight without effort, without commitment? You will not be able to do it. So the same thing is actually in trading, right? You also have to be committed. Be committed in your trading business. Yeah. First, you have to take action, and then you have to have the belief, and then you need to be committed. And this commitment is actually not 1 day, 2 day, 3 day. It's actually, as long as you are having this trading business, you have to be committed. And of course, if you are a more active trader, right, you have to be committed on a daily basis. Yeah, I mean, if the market opens, if you need to spend 30 minutes or 1 hour to actually look at your position, you have to spend that 1 or 2 hours to look at your position and to actually trade. Money won't come dropping one, not automatic one. Yeah, that is the commitment. If you go into simpler strategies, like the strategies which we actually use to generate this $4,000 income, right? You need to be committed to spend 1 hour a month, and that 1 hour is your commitment to generate that income. If you don't spend it, you won't generate the income. As simple as that. Yeah. So this is actually a thing which you actually need to have, which is commitment. So that's why I said it is actually as simple as ABC. Yeah, edit, commitment. Yeah. So that is actually on the trading business. And of course, it's not only on trading, because I'm actually explaining on trading, right? Anything which you actually go right in terms of trying to ditch your paycheck, right? You have to also have the ABC. Does not matter if you are a YouTuber, if you are doing e-commerce, if you are doing blogging, if you are investing in crypto, if you are esport gamer, right? Or even if you're a trader, you have to also have the ABC in order to be successful. Yeah, action, belief, commitment. So this is actually the three things which actually you guys need to be successful in ditching your paycheck. Okay, so after listening to me, how many people want to ditch their paycheck? Okay. Yeah. Actually, you don't need to ditch your paycheck lah. It's an option for you to ditch your paycheck. You can continue working, but at the same time, generate more income, which is actually more than your paycheck. Yeah. So at the end, you don't rely on waiting for your paycheck or every 30 end of the month, right? In order to buy the things you want, to actually go for the holidays you want, or to get a new house or anything like that. You don't need that anymore. Yeah. You can actually do any of this, and you can actually be successful. Yeah, these are the new economy. So of course, for those people who want to actually learn trading, of course, by all means, connect with us, because we do what is that? We do this trading trainings, and that's just how we can actually help you guys. Not the other things lah, but of course, if you're talking about tradings, we can actually help you to actually start up to also learn how to actually trade lah. So there's a link there. You can actually take up the link in event you want to learn how to trade, right? You can actually go to this link and register yourself for free to see how you can actually pick this up from us. Yeah. I posted that link there. So I think I hope you guys have actually benefited from my 1 hour of sharing to learn how to actually ditch your paycheck. Yeah. Okay. So I think that's all for me today. And if you guys are interested to actually see more of our videos, we have actually posted it on the website, not website, the Facebook page. All the old editions, you can actually see all the videos, and I would say a lot of it are actually very relevant to many people's. Because the things which we actually cover is actually very important fundamentals for you guys to have a good planning have a good financial planning, I would say. Yeah, not only in trading, but generally financial planning per se lah, yeah, for your future. Okay, so that's all from me today, and I hope you guys have a great day ahead. And then I will connect with you guys next week again. And don't forget to actually like and share the video, so more people can actually benefit from our talk today, especially today, to learn how to ditch your paycheck. So until then, don't forget to train, trade, and thrive. So I will see you next week on Trader Talk. Bye bye.